Hey guys, what's going on? HomieDrew here. Today we're going to be checking out The End is Nahual, if I may say so. This game is published and developed by Third World Productions. It was released on the marketplace on 9/9/2022. It is currently on the Xbox marketplace for $9.99. Today we're going to be checking out this game on the Xbox Series X. Again, my name is HomieDrew. Can be found at twitch.tv/HomieDrew. Also on YouTube as HomieDrew. Let's go ahead and dive in here, check it out, see what this is all about. Go ahead and flip the game sound on here. So flip the game. Perfect. Check really quickly here, make sure my settings are good. So we got some game audio. Perfect on that. And we also have my headset coming here. Okay. Sound on just a tad bit. Hopefully it still comes through okay. Alright, and everything looks good. Everything looks great. Alright, perfect. Let's go ahead and just see here. Alright, so it looks like we got the end. So we got the main menu here. We got start and options. Pretty straightforward. So options, we'll dive into that. For the video, like there's a motion blur. We'll just leave that off for now. There's a rumble feature and a camera shake. Alright, we'll just leave those as is. Audio, let's go ahead and just tweak that down a smidge. Just copy here, one sec guys. Alright, sorry about that. As I mentioned earlier, I'm getting over a cold here. Music, sound effects, ambient, and dialogue. It's interesting how when I'm sliding this, it's not like exactly the same, and a little bit more. That's fine. We'll just go ahead and leave it as is. We'll leave it like that. Should be good. Alright, let's go ahead and apply the settings. And audio we just did. Go. Whoops. Back. Alright. And we're going to start her up here. Hey, Nahual, how you doing? Welcome on in. Good to see ya. Hope you're doing okay today. Happy Monday. Alright, let's see what we got going on. Looks like we got some different save slots, it looks like, right? Alright, start it up. Before we start, you can go to the next dialog box by pressing A. If you want to advance more quickly through the dialog, just press and hold the right trigger. Press and hold. Okay, so you can a little bit quicker. Thank you for your purchase. Thank you for your purchase or morally dubious download. Yeah, welcome on in, Nahual. Hope you're doing okay today. And yeah, good to see you. The Chingada is taking me away. Who's this? This is the little witch that's saying this. Little witch who could, right? Because I missed. I was there, the great Nahual Queen. Oh, I was there, the great Nahual Queen, and her dumb daughter was also there, and I failed. Okay. Coming all the way to the great city of Axtlan, which shares the name with the continent, all for nothing. Right here, over to do it. How did we get into this mess? Or nothing, let's see. How did we get into this mess? I put my hand in the air, gave all of your power in one big attack. And I go like, withstand my glory, you beast. So that I looked fancy and failed. Little witch, it was hypnotic to me. I was lost in the moment. The simple thought of murdering the cause of all human suffering, as no human suffers for itself. I posed as a sacrifice, and they provided me with a cute dress and fancy jewelry. All of this to decorate me. Before my body and soul would be devoured by their alcoholic jaws. Jaws? Okay, a little closer, yeah. Which might sound weird at first, but I sometimes put ribbons to adorn tamales, so I kind of get it. I came from the other side of the continent to get what was rightfully mine, justice, but instead, I just messed it up. Oh, that's swearing is. Oh, saucy. What in the Mictolin was I supposed to do? What in the Mictolin was I supposed to do? I don't know if I pronounced it correct. Cry? Apologize for attempted murder? What were they going to do to me after that? I was already a sacrifice. Could I be double dead? I don't freaking know. They could have put my soul on an object or gotten me to do bureaucratic work, a worse fate than death. But whatever, everything is messed. I failed. The only thing I could do was run away from there. Alright. But never mind this. Help me find a way to block this door before someone stabs me in the back. Which is a new experience I don't want to have today. Alright, so it looks like it's telling me to select between different things. Oh. Alright, that did it looks like. Oh, fire beast here. Look at this guy. Who's this guy? Fire Guardian. You got a Fire Guardian, alright. Behold, mortal. I'm already beholding. This was the last human who tried to come through here. Fire burned him just like the fire does. I don't want to get burned. Let's see here. He is in a better place now, and you'll be there too if you dare to face me. This body's bones are all fractured. Okay. The gun is in fact intact. No fire was involved in this poor bastard's death. But if someone's death happened next to you, you might as well use it to intimidate a poor, uncharged witch. And we'll probably need to kill it because it's in our way. I don't know if we can kill this beast thing. Alright. Any ideas? Oxygen deprivation kills a fire. Alright. Unbelievable. You have really outdone yourself. You always say something dumb. Glad this wasn't the case. Alright. But yeah, cutting the air from the fire source wouldn't be that bad of an idea. It just makes sense. Okay. Sorry, I forgot the parentheses. Do I have to do this at the same time? Y and A or Y or A? Okay. Oh. Do I have to repeat myself? If you confront me, your witch self will perish. Okay, so it looks like A does the dialogue and Y does the inventory. Okay, that's good to know. Alright, let's see. What can I do with the inventory? Do I have anything? Okay, so I don't have anything. X do. X doesn't do anything. Alright, so maybe I gotta pick up the bones here? Yeah, looks like we have to pick up those bones. You receive the following items. Say rammer. Alright, we got a rammer. Car ramrod here. Great for ramming. Great for ramming it in. That does not sound right. Okay, so we can ram it in. Useless against bulletproof things. Oh, and we got a bullet. So we got a ram and a bullet. Okay, and a musket, the deadliest weapon in warfare. So that's good. We have a gun. That's good. That's always helpful. As long as you have the time needed to reload it. So we have a gun, a bullet, and like a ramming stick. Okay. The weapon is dry now, and the target is less than 100 meters away. Okay, so we got some so we have some gunpowder, and we got a bullet made from bigger guns being torn into pieces. Okay. There's no human way of combining 4 items at the same time. That's where you're wrong, Fiery. Might have to move it over. Let's see. Okay, mix. Okay. So I guess it's having us mix the gun, this ramming stick, gunpowder, and the bullet. Let's see here. What are we gonna get out of this? It's like a super rifle. I don't know. Alright, gun loaded. Everything is set on place, but something is missing. Set in place, but something is missing. Alright, so what's this up here? You may have stolen a weapon, but it will be useless against me. Magical mirror flimsily holding its position. Oh, it's a mirror? Okay, so we have a mirror over this guy's head. Sadly, I don't have enough magical power to unbalance it. I wasted it all protecting my life out there, and I'm not waiting an entire day to recharge it. So let's discover new ways of destroying public property together. Gonna shoot it, or can I shoot it? What happens if I use... Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's loaded, but it isn't ready to fire. We need to burn it up. I could use my magic, but I can't really control it that well in a small scale. It would probably kill me and you in the process. That sounds stupidly dangerous. Well, we're going to die anyway. Might as well go with a bang. You could also find other source of fire. It is the tutorial after all. It couldn't possibly be that hard. That's funny. Alright, so something else we can do here. What about we use the gun on you? Let's see. Use the gun on you. I know, but that's not what I needed from you, Fire Beast. There we go. Okay, just a little bit. I don't want it to explode. Alright, the full loaded gun is set and ready to fire. So how do I let's see if we can use this. We're gonna put that there, we're gonna mix it. I just got a cough again here, I apologize. Alright, so what can we do here? So we have the gun, and there's something else we can select. I feel like I'm gonna do something. I feel like I have to shoot it. Can I like shoot this? There we go. Grab the gun. Got it. smashed and killed him. Alright, now we can walk right over him. Here we go. Here I am, the warrior crossing my path, as there isn't anything else to do but to fight. The gods might be blind and deaf, but I need them right now. 3 hours maximum of prayer call should suffice. Okay. So she's praying, looks like. I need to achieve the madness state. After all, I'll need to stay in line and wait for a response. The madness state. Okay. I don't care what I have to face, I'll face it in due time. Alright, let's do this. Spiritual call connected. I shall take your form to ease this transition. This is the operator. Is this Miss Cleo? Stating a popular phrase for easiest of cultural and spiritual connection to lower beings. The chingada is taking me away, yo. Do you feel the connection, human? Yeah, I'm feeling it. Alright, human, your call is important to us. Your call is of importance to us. That'll be $5.99 in easy installment payments. Do you pledge your allegiance to us, the spiritual realm, and not those filthy Nahuals, beasts without a heart? Yes? Correct. Now state your wants, human. Alright, let's see here. So we got a few choices. I want to escape this place. I want the power to destroy the Nahual Queen. I want to raise. I don't want anything right now, thanks. So I kind of feel like we want the power to destroy. We want to have the power, right? We want to be strong and mighty. Or do we want to escape? I want the power. I think I'm going to say I want the power. I want the power. Give me the power. Alright, thank you for your call. You'll need to stay in line. This process might take from 1 hour to 5 days. Thanks for your patience. Oh, great deities, creator of the sun, moon, and stars, for you we live and die. As you give us victory in war, and we entrust ourselves as you are, good, wise, and truthful, help one of your followers. And give me my freaking power. Give me my freaking power. That's funny. Day 1. The one everyone likes, but it's flawed. Okay. I'd like to remind you that your call is really important to us. These are all things that you'd hear like on a customer service line. That's so funny. Because we love you as you're our child, but we ain't paying child support yet. Day 2. The one that perfected the formula, and it's considered the best in the series. We're trying our best to connect you to the closest deity. Deity? I stumble over that word. Day 3. The one that tried to change the formula, but failed. Did we choose the wrong option? You are right. Did we just mess ourselves over? Was I wrong for picking power? Good question. It is clearly obvious that's the cause of our failure, was a lack of power. I could have more range in my attacks, perhaps an extra shot. Maybe I could have an army backing me up instead of doing this alone. Aren't wars a thing because someone wants power? The importance of our will? The belief that this will bring prosperity to us all? It's not what every man strives for itself. Every man strives for itself. Day 4. The one when they tried to regain the magic of the first one, but everything was lost and forced. We love humans and their dumb antics, but you need to be patient. Time flows different right here. Time flows different right here, okay? I don't want to deal with other people's incompetence anymore. I just want to deal with mine. What if power corrupts me? I want to be mad with power. I want to be lost in it. I could go for a good corruption right about now. Crap, if the puzzle adventure I'm making does well enough, imagine what I could do with that power. A puzzle designer power. The most important career of them all. But never mind, I'm feeling optimistic. I'm feeling full of life, and no one has taken it away. I know the next day my call will be answered, and we might change our situation. Day 5. We fired the original day creator and decided to hire new talent which grew up living on day 1 and day 2. The result is fine, I suppose, nothing spectacular. Alright. Your call has been disconnected. Please try again soon. Enough. Why have you forsaken me in my time of need? The Nahuals conquered our lands and used our people as slaves and fodder, while you did nothing. Please, give me what I deserve. Give me what has been promised to me. Give me revenge. Furthermore, if you avoid or dismiss my plea to you, I shall take this temple with me. Okay. Let's see here. I shall take this temple with me. Every freaking rock in this temple. Crazy witch, calm down. So who's this? Is the spirit guardian? It's like a genie, it looks like. I'm a genie in a bottle. I'm gonna rub you the right way. Alright, calm down. So don't tell me to calm down. I do what I want. I do what I want. Look at him with the little, like, what do they call that? Like, finger guns? Count to 10, starting from 0, which the East cities use. And look, you could get angry at the gods being a bunch of bastards, but there's not much they could do. They promised not to return to this world because they didn't want to lower their expectations again. So maybe there's a way to give you a boost, to give you hoppity hope, because there is something to live for. What? Then, let's make a deal. Since your persistence, sadness, and unworthiness for power have captivated me, which I find kind of endearing, as it served as a reminder of myself when I was alive. Help me complete a great puzzle, 3-day in the making, masterpiece, and free me from this world. I want to say 3 days, but I was waiting for like 4 days. There were 5 days, but on the second day I remembered that I could make a great puzzle to test you. Then I shall give up my responsibilities and become mother freaking free. I lasted 3 days making this puzzle. If you finish it, you shall receive $1 billion. Infinite powers. Oh. I haven't heard that term before, but I really like how infinite powers sounds. Do you accept then? Heck yeah. You'll have to complete 3 poems. I might give you some tools to solve them. Talk with me again. Alright, before I'm about to actually do one thing before I continue here. Get this in here. Just had to do that quickly. Something I forgot to do. Alright. So let's see here. The genie again. Alright, show me the poem. Let's talk. Never mind. Show me the poem. Alright, as I trust my body and soul to the heavens. Looks like we gotta move it around, maybe? Let's see. Come on, it's pretty easy. You need something that sounds familiar to what's needed. Come on, witch. Come forth and proclaim your destiny. So, what happens if I do... Okay, so that pulls up the inventory. Nothing in the inventory. Put it back here. Alright, so what can I do here, right? So we have Y and A. Maybe if I click on each of them, let's see. You need something that sounds familiar to what's needed. What if I click soul? Okay, so none of them do anything, right? So what if I do... Is there something else we can do? Let's see, what can we do on this? I don't have my gun anymore, it doesn't look like it's not showing up. Huh, so what can we do here? What can we do? See here. How can we do this? Alright, let's talk. Alright, what do you want to talk about? How did you get those powers? What do I do? How did you get those powers? I came from a foreign land in the east. So far east that you might say it's the west. I get it. This was 330 years ago. I was young, I was educated, and I craved some power. Some powerful man came from the continent of Axland, saying he wanted an army so that they could retake Axland, the city for humankind. He was the Teokoyani, that the one that'll give humanity its destiny and form. He also had this catchphrase, keep your center, which might come of importance later. Keep your center, okay? He was infatuated with arches, especially the center rock, as the center is the most important part, but it also carries the least weight. Center is the most important part, but it also carries the least weight. Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense. Or an arch. Okay. Well, never mind that. I finally saw my way out of a comfortable middle-class life and into infinite power. In order to get more power, I needed to go to him and pretend to be his Friend, buddy, I don't know, lover? Enemy's friend. Let's go with that. Something a little more casual, please. Little bit more casual. In order to get more power, I needed to go to him and pretend to be his buddy. That's more casual. Buddy, a friend, a pal, or whatever. Alright. I'll be your buddy. Your buddy love. Alright. A word just appeared in my inventory. Okay. This puzzle might be to my liking. Nonetheless, continue. I wanted to be his apprentice, but he didn't want blank from me, because he already had 3. Nevertheless, he also needed extra help, so I became his secretary. So I just waited. Did my job with diligence, and everything he asked for was done in time and form. I was the best at my job. I was better than those pesky apprentices of his. Spirit Garden. Some time passed. What's going on, Heaven Smile? How you doing today? Welcome on in. Good to see you. What's that emote say? You are loved. Oh, I like that emote. That's a nice one. It's friendly and kind. I appreciate you, Heaven Smile. Good to have you here. Today we're checking out, this is called TheEndIsNahual, if I may say so. Alright, Spirit Guardian, some time passed. I waited for 5 long years until he finished building an army and was ready to sail back. But he got sick not by my hand or leg, but by destiny. Interesting, okay. We feared the worst. He needed a successor, and he also wanted to pick anyone but me. An apprentice who always questioned other people's way of life, but never proposed a useful alternative was his choice. Interesting. So I used my secretary powers and gave him the wrong date, then dressed up like him and shaved. So he pretended to be him. I was ready to lie my way up to superpowers. And then I turned blue. Then I looked the mother trucker in the eyes. Let's go to eyes. You got what? I see you, mortal. What? That's it, witch. Let's make haste then. Puzzle isn't a puzzle without the shock factor. A puzzle has to be a life-changing experience. Or the worse, apparently. There is an eye in my inventory, a sacred place. You know what they say, an eye for an eye. Just you weep. Okay? He didn't look at me. He was lost in thought. He was a great man, literally. 2.2 meters of humanity, which 300 years ago was the tallest I've ever seen. He was a builder, as you know. Teo Koyani powers change depending on the person. I didn't know that. All of this is new for me. Let me continue. He was the greatest builder that I've known. He was almost as good at building stuff as he was making excuses for not delivering them in time. But it didn't matter how long he took. It was always worth it. He also made puzzles as a hobby. Said that if someone solves his great masterpiece, as he called it, he'll give his blessings and powers. So someone solved his great masterpiece. Okay. It was nothing more than a block puzzle, the lowest type of puzzle that there is. A block puzzle. Okay. As a masterpiece, I solved it oh so quickly. He gave me his blessing, and until then, he noticed something strange. It wasn't the super appearance who solved the masterpiece. It was the secretary. He was enveloped by madness. Started with a laugh, then the laugh became a cough, and the cough became a scream in the form of the center was kept, then became death. Okay? I got what I wanted. Not counting the corpse on... I wish they didn't use these dark colors. I'm trying to read from distance here. Maybe I'm just blind though. Not counting the corpse on the floor, I was happy. Okay. Alright. Yeah, my we'll just kick it in here again. Alright. So show me the... So do I have the code now? Let's see. Oops, hold on, I gotta go to the inventory. So I have an I and Buddy. Oops, go back. So I and Buddy, so show me the poem. So I'm obviously gonna put the I here. Buddy and Body, maybe? Try that, Buddy. Okay, so I still got 1, 2 more. Which we'll probably get just from the dialogue, I'm assuming, right? Let's talk. Alright, 1 sec here, I gotta cough again. Alright, let's see here. Did the other apprentices find out, or what do I do? What did the other apprentices find out? Of course they did. They went to confront me. They told me I was in blank hole. Butthole. Come on. This is not the right one. Of course they did. They wanted to confront me. They told me I was in a star hole. Oh my goodness. I don't know, man. They don't pay me enough for this. That's funny. Exactly. You did it. I'm so proud of you. What type of madness have you unleashed upon my inventory? My inventory is a secret place. Only the mightiest of items, or at the very least, useful items, may reside. And this item is a disgrace. You can have your traumatic breakdown later, when you have power and you're of importance. Not right now. Continue. Look at the face. I love the face. Spirit Garden, they confronted me and began to be a problem. Then, I took care of the problem. Did you kill him? Murdering is only done by cowards. So I contracted a bunch of cowards. I seized their property and money. As their secretary, I had access to all of that. And I contacted 10,000 cowards to go on a murdering adventure to this continent. But as everything in life, it ended with me being the blank survivor. Soul survivor. I'm a soul survivor. A part soul, a part of a shoe. Stop putting items in my inventory. You were the only survivor then. Until you weren't. Alright, let's keep talking here. Let's talk. What do I do? You'll need to get items. I'll provide them by answering some simple questions questions, then fill the poem. We call them homonyms, words that sound the same, like peace and peace. Those are more specifically homophones, as homophones also have different writing. My master invader grammatic truths has paid off. Alright, what do you want to talk about? What do I do? You'll need to get items. I'll provide them by answering some simple... I read this, then fill a bomb. Alright, never mind. So we should have enough, I think, right? Let's see here. Show me the poem. Oops. The wrong button. So I need to do the other button, the Y. We got the butt. And soul. Oops. Keep hitting the wrong button, please. So the soul, and we got the soul. Alright. Bam. Okay, that was easy. Like the that staples button. We hit it. That was easy. You must feel proud of yourself. I mean, this puzzle seems too weak for me. Was it worth it to make such a sinful puzzle? Damning your soul to eternal damnation by disrespecting the gods, was it worth it? Anyway, you must believe that you are the very, very. This is the way. It's something that you say to someone full of themselves. I'm gathering today a lot of useless information. Let's continue with your magical, life-changing journey. Alright, Spirit Garden, end Poem 1. Big expectation, big death. Alright. Show me the poem. Alright, so we got a new poem. My spirit shall never lie. My spirit shall never flee, for I shall fight for my kin. Let's see, it's not there. Okay. Flee, so something we gotta replace flee with, right? Okay, let's talk. This is the easiest part of them all. What do you want to talk about? What do I do? Just pause this again here. Okay. Literally the same as the last one. This is the easiest part of them all. What do you want to talk? How do you get here? I feel like you just skipped a lot of lore, like 25 years. Who could do that, abomination? At the very least, tell me what happened in between, starting by how did you get here? Getting here was easy. You just need to pay your toll to the cosmic abomination, which is a big water serpent. I have never seen a cosmic abomination before. What does it look like? You'll see one soon, don't worry, but if you have to describe that one, in particular, imagine how a person afraid of mollusks in the poor would describe one, and that's it. That doesn't explain anything. Then go find one when you get your powers, witch. What did you just call me? The point that I'm trying to make is that sailing here was the easiest part, conquering this land. Lines of supplies, diseases, and having a good enough strategy so that you'll always prevail. That's the hardest part. So I see what I had available and create a new bold strategy. I called that strategy Pikes and Guns. Pikes and Guns. Alright. Incredible. I wonder what that's about. I wonder what's that about. You use the guns to shoot from a distance, which may be inaccurate, but it'll pierce a... What? You use the guns to shoot from a distance, which may be inaccurate, but it'll pierce a Nahual's skull. Oh. New models are way better. New models are way better, and shooting things have become more streamlined. Anyway, and pikes, in which you grab a bunch of long-ass spears, you put them in a critical blank in order to... What? You put them in a critical blank in order to be impregnable. Put them in a critical what? Critical cluster? Critical bunch? Critical mass. Critical mass. Oh, I get it, like atoms, okay. It measures the resistance to acceleration and also shows the quality of matter within an object. Amazing. The only things we learned in school were math, how to control the population using eclipses, and how to make temples with traps. Puzzle control, emotional design, and how to grab a still beating heart. Also the invaders' language, so that we can communicate with the descendants of the first, second, and third waves of invaders that come to Axtlan. All of them failed and some of them survived. I'm going to assume that you were the first one. All of them failed? On their own special ways, yes. And most of them just updated our immune systems with your diseases, which may have happened because you sacked a lot of agricultural areas and starved the big cities into submission. Some of us survived. That reminded me, after we took the coastal cities at the east, a plague erupted our camp. A plague that even after death I had to deal with. A plague that later in death made me realize that the universe was wrongfully made. Because when you ascend to the astral plane, it recreates your cell's form from mass into light. Wish they didn't use that different color text. It's a little bit hard to read. Then it discriminates against anything outside a range of size, so it won't be reproduced as light, which represents faithfully what you are in the astral plane, not just a copy. This is getting spicy. The thing that is still alive, but is tiny enough to be part of that system of astral projection is a blank. The thing that is still alive, but is tiny enough to be a part of that system of astral projection is a blank. Is a flea is an ant. Flea, ants are a cell. Cell? Bigger. The thing that is still alive is tiny enough to be part of the system. The astral projection is a flea? There we go. Don't really understand that one. Flea. Disgusting beings which transcend death and soap. Mother freaking fleas. 300 years I had to live with them. Just because someone didn't give proper order to the universe because the gods wanted astral projections but didn't want to put the work into it. Bastards. Bastards. So there hasn't been anything but surprises here. Alright, so do I have enough for the... Let's see if I have enough for the poem now. Flee, yep, there we go. Flee. Perfect. But the biggest surprise that I had was the Nahuals themselves. We have monsters in my homeland, but they don't develop a culture. They just want it. They don't develop a culture. They just want to eat stuff and disturb the peace. The Nahuals gave themselves a purpose. They don't mind if you kill them in sacred combat. They mind if you kill them in a bunch, as I realized later. They will remind you if you defeat them in a fair fight, you will get the best honor that they could provide you. Then you will become an honorific Nahual. A Nahual warrior. I could try that later. The important thing is that even when they need to absorb human souls and bodies, they make it a show. They make you believe that you were the chosen one, that you're great and your butt is nutritious. Some people defended that behavior, given the possibility to ascend and get that power, saying that this kind of behavior was really popular in this city, not so much in other parts. Especially with the families of the slaughtered, but the slaughtered always seemed happy. They were the stars and moon of Axlan. End poem 2, How to Conquer Axlan. Right. Should be the poem. Alright, so we have another poem. Until my enemy's fear is greater than their will. We got mass. Is mass one of them? Back there. Is greater than their will. No. Oh. Greater? I don't think that's what we just tried though. Happy mass maybe? Nope, okay. I didn't think so. Alright, so let's listen to, let's talk to him. This is the hardest part in the game. What do you want to talk about? What was the plan? How did you get that far? How did it all end? What do I do? Never mind. What was the plan? There were two parts to my master plan, the economic plan and war plan. Which one do you want to know about first? Economic. Okay, now you get the economic plan. I was chosen by the gods and only yours, but mine too. I was smart, bearded, and bold, the traits of any great man. But that ain't good enough. You need to pay wages, your soldiers also need to eat, you need entertainment, and sanitary conditions. So we brought cheese, and with it we brought work, production, and change. Quesadilla market was ours for the taking, and there is little your people could do. And we came up with a greater what? A greater. Like a cheese grater. To help putting cheese in a quesadilla, because quesadilla without cheese is not a quesadilla. It doesn't matter what the blasphemous say. I'm actually enjoying this weird puzzle and learning so much stuff. But then something funny happened. I sent my best men to spy on the central market here in Axlan and see how we could introduce ourselves in the market. They asked for a quesadilla, the woman there, which had maize meal, lard, and sweat on her head, said, "May the gods bless those hands." Con queso? Forget about it. That sounds horrible. It's in the name, quesadilla. Quesadilla. How can it be a quesadilla without queso? Makes sense. I know. So our plan to seize the market, to find our invasion, was gone, and we started sacking again. Let's go with the war plan. As you may know, because you failed to kill the Beast Queen, killing a Nahual is hard. Killing an army is really hard. Killing a cluster of well-fed Nahual's army and a lot of human auxiliaries is a mighty nightmare. They could field up to 50,000 men and 100th of that in Nahual kind. I knew my 10,000 wouldn't make it. So I levied and contracted with the local population. It is incredibly easy how it is to make a rebel of someone if their subjugators are into eating the population. Any tribe or city that crossed my path joined me. If they didn't, only the corpses and ashes remained. Well, it sounds like they didn't have a choice. Because my men were great at open field battles and sieges, not as much on a smaller scale conflict, so that's where the native population came in handy. We started taking any food supplies we came across. Anything that we could take, we took, and the rest was burnt. It was great and warm. Then we moved and hit as fast as the blank. Moved and hit as fast as the speed of sound, speed of life, our meaningless existence. Then we moved and we hit as fast as the speed of light. Speed of light? Yeah, speed of light. Okay. The speed in which massless particles can travel through a vacuum. Speed of light. I have so many questions. You can answer them later by yourself. For now, could you repeat that last thing you said? Speed of light. Squared C. Squared C. Like speed of light, but doesn't like going to parties. Okay, C squared. Interesting. The Queen never saw it coming, and we were closer and closer to Axland. Every day, we became stronger, and they turned weaker. It was beautiful. It was fun. It was life-changing. After all of my rights and lefts, we managed to get to Axland. The siege was quick. A good cannonball to the city doors, and we were good. Boom! We poured through the city. The local militia followed behind, and the plunder begun. We got our violence fill way quicker than the local allies. My men were scared, but I told them to let the locals be. So don't mess with the local people. They needed justice. No one murders, kills, and plunders like a father who has lost his family to a beast. It didn't matter if they were man, woman, Nahual, or child. Almost everyone perished. But the Queen. The Nahual Queen and her evil army wasn't there. In contrast, the good butchering army of... What? In contrast to the good butchering army of yours. Spirit Guardian. Silence, there was no hope in finding her but the riches were plentiful. Not counting the multiples corpses on the floor, I was happy. Let's see here. But told my enemies' fear is greater than their will. Greater than their will. Greater. Oh, I know what I can do. Oops, I keep going to do it too quickly, and then it triggers the prompt. Okay, there we go. Greater. And it's not. There it is. Greater. Enemies. Seas. Okay, so I wonder if I have to go back here. In order to access this dialog option, you'll need to have equivalence between mass and energy in your inventory. Or in E. Or in E. Thanks for your time. Okay, I'm not sure what those are saying. What? What I say, we need to restrict your progress so that we can control events and let you see things at the appropriate time. Dude, how did it end? In order to access this dialog option, you'll need to have the equivalence between mass and energy in your inventory. Or in E, thanks for your time. Why did it all end? In order to access dialog, you'll need to have what I say, we need to restrict your progress so that we can control events and let you see things at the appropriate time. So I'm not, I feel like I'm stuck for a second here. Say the poem again. Until my enemies fear. So something similar to enemies, right? Okay, let's see. Let's talk. Let's do. What do I do? Okay. In order to access this other option, you'll need to have, okay. Flip another one here. What I say, we need to restrict your progress so that we can control events and let you see things at the appropriate time. Come on, it's so Spirit Guard. Come on, it's pretty easy. You only need a combination of 3 things: a mass energy equivalence, the letter M, questioning your own existence. C, easy. What do I do? Pretty easy. The only combination of a mass energy equivalence, the letter M, and questioning your own existence. See, easy. So, how did it all end? In order to access this, you'll need to have in your inventory. What I say, we need to restrict your progress so that we could control events and let you see things at the appropriate time. Just mute this for a second here. Okay. Why? Like, I don't know. Am I missing something? Just to say, never mind. There's gotta be something I'm missing here. Come on, it's pretty easy. You only need, I already read all this, so easy. In order to access, it keeps telling me the same thing. I don't know. Why is this doing this? The exact same thing here. Am I supposed to do something? I don't know why this is not taking this. It's weird. Let's talk. This is the hardest part of the game. What do you want to talk about? How did it all end? What do I do? Never mind. Alright, let's do the how did it all end. In order, what I say, we need to restrict your progress. We need what I say, we need to restrict your progress. Control parental event, your progress so that we could control events and let you see things at the appropriate time. All right, let's see here. Come on, it's pretty easy. You may need a combination of 3 things: a mass energy, the letter M, questioning your own existence. So easy. All right, there we go for that prompt. I'm just gonna stretch here. This is the hardest part. Okay, so we want to do what do I do? Come on, it's pretty easy. I already read all this, I'm not going to reread this. What do I do? How did it all end? What do I do? How did it all end? Let's do that. Why is it not doing it for... Where is it seeing this? Where that other person sent it? I'm not seeing it. Show me. Who are my enemies? Then the mistake loop will be restarted and everything shall start as new. Until my enemy sphere is greater than their will. Interesting. Now let's talk. What I say, we need to restrict your products so that we would control events and let you see some things at the appropriate time. Okay. How did it all end? Why is it? What I said, we need to restrict your products so that we can control events and let you see things at the appropriate time. I can't seem to do anything here. I don't know. There's something else I need to select. No, there's definitely something in the prompt. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's see. Back. The same thing. Okay. Alright guys, well with that being said, that is going to be The End Is Now. The End Is Nahual, if I may say so. This game was published and developed by Third World Productions, released on the marketplace on 9/9/2022, currently on the marketplace for $9.99. Today we checked this out on the Xbox Series X. Again, currently on the marketplace for $9.99 as I mentioned. Again guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you guys hit that subscribe and like button. Also make sure to throw a comment down below and let me know what your thoughts and opinions were on this game. Did you like it? Would this be something you'd play? Did you like the dialogue? Art style, let me know. But yeah guys, appreciate you coming by, stopping by the stream and checking out the coverage. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Stay safe out there and have a good one. This is HomieDrew signing off, and I will catch you later. Until next time, peace.